Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and while you're at it, click the bell to be notified of future videos. This 10-inch block is called Crazy House. I have no idea why it's called that, but that's what they call it. Here is the diagram. It's a 5x5 grid, and here are 4 blocks put together, side by side. We have 2 patches. Patch A is a 2-inch by 4-inch finished rectangle. We'll cut 4.5 inches by 2.5 inch patches. We need 4 of the orange and 4 of the dark. The AccuQuilt dies are here if you use AccuQuilt. Patch B is a 2-inch finished square. We cut 2.5 inch squares. We'll need 5 patches of the blue, 8 of the background, and 4 of the red. Here are the AccuQuilt dies for this one. We're going to make the chisel block, and we're going to use stitch and flip to do that. But an alternative, if you have AccuQuilt, is to use the chisel die. For patch A, use the 2x4 finished chisel die, and here's the number, are the 8-inch corners cube shaped 9. That's the chisel. For patch B, the background fabric, use 2-inch finished half square triangle, and here are the 3 dies that will get the 2-inch finished half square triangle. And like I said, we're going to use the stitch and flip method or the folded corner clipper to piece the chisel units. Here are the fabrics. These are for the chisel units, and these are for the stitch and flip and for all the other fabrics in the block. What we're going to do with these rectangles is make the chisel, and this is what we're going to stitch and flip. And the picture is right here, and we'll want to angle them this way. So when we stitch and flip, we'll put them right like this, and our angle will go this way, and we'll cut this part off. And you do this for all 8 of them, just like the picture shows. If you're unfamiliar with stitch and flip or the folded corner clipper, there are short tutorials on both of those coming up next. And in the meantime, I'm going to finish all the chisel units. On the back of the accent fabrics, you're going to draw a diagonal line. Place this right sides together on the background. But if you can see, I've got my stitching just to the right side of that line. And this area here, the outside corner, we're going to cut off. You can use scissors or you can use your rotary cutter, and you're going to cut off this little right corner. And then you're going to flip it up like this and press it just like this. Because you stitched just to the right side of that line, you have a nice even edge on these 2 sides, and that's what you want. This is the folded corner clipper ruler. It's from Creative Grids. The first unit is the chisel unit. This is 4.5 inches rectangle, and this is a 2.5 inch square. And you put the right sides together, and normally you would draw your diagonal line and stitch on the diagonal line. But we're going to take this ruler and line up this edge along the edge of the top piece. Then this flat edge lines up with this edge of the pieces, and you'll see that at the 2.5 mark you have a solid line that goes like this, and then it goes up. And so you line up all those 3 places. Then you cut. Now people who like to save triangles, you can have this other triangle, just go ahead and stitch there and you'll have a little triangle. So when we take this away, you see that these tell you where your 1/4 inch is. So you'll start stitching right here at this point, and you'll stitch a 1/4 inch down, and you'll end down here at this other point. Here it is stitched in red, and here it is pressed. So this is the chisel unit. The chisel units are done and pressed, seams pressed open. You're going to take these and flip it like this and sew together like this. Flip it over, match this side, and stitch a 1/4 inch and press your seams open. You'll make 4 of these. And then next, you'll take these squares, and we're going to make these units here. This is the center row, and this is the sides for the top and bottom. We'll make 2 of these, and then one of these. Sew them together, press the seams open. We have all of our units ready, and we're just going to put the block together on the proppet board. These go like this, and these go in the corners. Now we'll just sew the units into rows and then sew the rows together and the block will be finished. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and while you're at it, click the bell to be notified of future videos.